This is it, the finals of SCS 222. First off, for Triple L, the red team, we have the GFA Wind Troll, Light Carronade Artemis on this Pyramidion with the left side Banshee Gatling. Their ally, the Confused Moth, Stormbreaker with Minotaur Light Flak Artemis for a starboard facing Gatling gun. For their opponents, Fancy Cloud Dancers, we have the Friendfish, Watcha on the front, Gatling on the left with a Light Carronade. And finally, Team Rocket, left side Gatling Dual Artemis with a right side Light Carronade Banshee. So this is a more standard build, junker build that we are seeing from the Team Rocket. And I'll be curious to see how this Minotaur does, because Minotaur typically, I'd say, more effective against ships that have higher mass, lower turning, because it's much more difficult for them to recover. Both the Goldfish and the Junker have pretty fast turning acceleration, so they're able to recover from those Minotaur shots pretty easily. However, we do see Minotaur hitting the Goldfish, with Friendfish getting dual focused. Team Rocket a little too far back. Friendfish needs to reverse out of here and take the fight back to where their ally is, because Team Rocket is going to have a lot of difficulty keeping up. And Friendfish does lose their armor again. Balloon at risk of being burned down. Looks like Wind Troll. Not sure who they're going for. They're maneuvering around the rock. Looks like target's going to be the Team Rocket. Carronade on the Wind Troll going to be very effective against both the balloons of the blue ships. Like, Wind Troll can honestly just go for a ram on either of these targets, but Friendfish is getting destroyed by this light flak. Just a momentary hull break, and 60%, 70% of the Goldfish's health is gone. And Minotaur pushing, Minotaur actually proving very effective against the Goldfish. I think Pilot of the Goldfish needs to be a little more liberal with the oh no, Confused Moth, a little more liberal with the kerosene. Confused Moth, I'm not sure, going for a reverse ram on the Junker right into a fat spurt of tar. I don't know about that play. That seemed unnecessary. And now Confused Moth is totally disabled. This tar might give Team Rocket the opportunity to actually disengage if they can outmaneuver the Wind Troll, which is a big if. But if Confused Moth had not tried to do that, this would have been a guaranteed second point for Lepidoptera. And as it looks, as it stands out, it seems like Team Rocket is going to be able to escape. That was a big mistake. They did not want to let that full health Junker get away. Great tar, great reaction from Spudnik, the pilot of the Junker. I'm actually going to take a look at the piloting tools here. We do see kerosene from both the Friendfish and Team Rocket pilots, which is typically what you want against Minotaur. One of the ways, Minotaur is a very annoying weapon, well, maybe one of the least liked weapons in the game, up there with or at least most divisive weapons. It's up there with the Watcha, because it can set up very unfun gameplay scenarios that are difficult to deal with. But one way that you can deal with the Minotaur is using a forward thrust increasing engine tool, which counters the knockback. Both kerosene and moonshine increase your lateral drag significantly, which means the knockback effect of the Minotaur is greatly diminished. So to counter the Minotaur, you just leave kerosene running for as long as you can, or do the pro play, which is try to time it to the Minotaur shots and the Minotaur reload. It's a little bit more difficult. So anytime you see the Goldfish spinning around in a circle, that means they did not have kerosene on. And Friendfish moved in for a quick kill on the Stormbreaker. Watcha still doing enough damage with the help of the Team Rocket. And now Wind Troll possibly going to go down here. We'll see if Friendfish is able to execute a dual focus with their ally, because I think Wind Troll is going to be able to drop down below the Team Rocket before they're able to follow up with the Artemis shots. And because fight is taking place in red spawn, so Stormbreaker will be coming in here pretty quickly. I don't know if Blue's going to be able to get this Pyramidian kill before the Confused Moth is able to re-engage their guns. Wintroll, a little bit slow with the disengagement. Losing 2 of their engines. Hydrogening up. So, it looks like they are going to be safe. The hydrogen is enough. Team Rocket and Friendfish unable to keep up, but Confused Moth is spotted, so Friendfish already moving in to engage them. Keep that kerosene on. Oh, I'm watching the engine tool for the Friendfish. Every time they switch to Phoenix Claw is kind of a pretty big risk, because if one Minotaur shot hits while the Phoenix Claw is up, they'll do a 180 and they'll be facing the wrong way. So they have to be very careful about when they use Phoenix Claw anytime the Confused Moth is in the fight. Now, Wintroll currently getting dual focus, but Friendfish's eye is still on the Confused Moth, leaving Pyramidian to the Junker. And you see the kerosene is still on. Confused Moth using hydrogen to rise up. They have enough balloon to do so. While the Team Rocket tries to help them out with the Gatling. Minotaur, great hits with the Minotaur. Team Rocket, you gotta turn on the kerosene, man. I don't know. I don't understand what they have full engines. You can just leave the kerosene burning. And it just totally negates the Minotaur. Choosing not to do that, and so instead they're going to be leaving it up to the Friendfish to get this kill, and a big connection might be able to finish them off. Armor rebuilt just in the nick of time, so the Ram does not kill the Confused Moth. However, Confused Moth still 2 engines down. Artemis shots focusing them down from the Team Rocket. Wintroll's moving in to target the Friendfish. I think Confused Moth gonna go down here. Wintroll has just been doing nothing in this fight. They finally blend down the Friendfish's balloon, but this is a dual focus. Team Rocket gonna take down the armor. Friendfish's armor down as well. Get a few hits here on the Friendfish. A few Artemis shots. So Friendfish is damaged, but I think Wintroll probably gonna be the one to die first. I think Wintroll moving in for a ram maybe, but they don't have the engines to do so. That was their one way out of this situation, which is no longer an option. Dead in the air. Pyramidian goes down, and because they took so long because Blue took so long to kill the Pyramidian, the Stormbreaker might actually be forced to spawn in before the Pyra. So Blue is going to be very aggressively scouting out the red spawn points to see if they can maybe catch the Stormbreaker by themselves. But it'll be a tight window if they do want to go for a power play. Moving into the clouds, they see Stormbreaker has not spawned in, just yet. Confused Moth is forced to spawn in. They do take the far spawn. Is this? Actually, have not seen this spawn before. Is this a new spawn? This must be new. In the last, I don't know if I think it was the last patch, Canyon Ambush, or maybe 2 patches ago. Canyon Ambush spawns were reworked a little bit, so this alcove here in the F9, F10 position, I don't think I've actually seen this used as a red team spawn in a competitive match. But that's very nice for red because it gives them the breathing room. It makes sure the Confused Moth does not get double teamed. And they get to go into an even fight. Well, not even. Red team will have an advantage here. Friendfish at only 40% health, so they get two full health red ships, while Friendfish is going to be playing hopefully a little bit more safely, a little bit more protective of their whole armor because they are at that low health state. Spot does go down on Friendfish. Both red ships spotted as well. I'm taking a look here at red team, see if they do see the Junker now. Moving in close. Good Artemis shots from the Wintroll. With side Banshee hitting the Friendfish. Friendfish, Minotaur. Oh no, they can't get their arcs. They've lost their whole armor as well. Quickly rebuilt. Friendfish having a lot of difficulty dealing with that Minotaur. And they're reversing into the Pyramidian? I'm not sure. Maybe the Goldfishes must have had a low low main engine because they were moving very slowly there, and they got trifected by the wind troll. I think the side Banshee with the Carronade and the Minotaur and the Artemis. Now Team Rocket, I think Triple L going to be able to tie this one up. That heavily damaged Goldfish proving to be a big liability in this third fight of the game. Red team winning easily once the Goldfish goes down. So they've tied up the score. 10 minutes left on the clock. Blue team FCD did get the first kill. With a tiebreaker scenario. Did they get the I can't remember who got the first kill. I'm sorry, Triple L got the first kill. So in the event that the game ends in a tie, Legio, Lepidoptera, Leviathan will win the game and win the tournament. So pressure is on for FCD to initiate the next fight, which could be difficult depending on how defensively Triple L does want to play. Since they do have the tiebreaker, the first kill advantage, they could play out the clock and just try to burn minutes hiding in these clouds. At least for the time being, that seems like what they're going to do if they consider what the next, if there's another valid strategy for them to take. For the moment, they're just kind of sitting back, taking a breather. They're going to let FCD make the next play. And currently we do see Fancy Cloud Dancers moving up the East Pass. Goldfish does get spotted, so no surprises. Well, Legio Lepidoptera is holed up in center red spawn. Seems like they are going to be forcing their opponents to charge through that barrage, Minotaur barrage, to get to them, to get to their position. Redfish moving to the west. Blue team, I think, considering a flank here, Friendfish is getting into position. Going to hook in from the west side of the map. Now, we have seen this work on Canyon Ambush before, these very wide flank plays, and with the cloud moving in, Goldfish's position is obscured. I'm not sure if they're even aware where the Friendfish is. You see Wind Troll actually moving back. They're a little bit nervous. I think Friendfish is totally concealed, so this could be a great opportunity. Another cloud rolling in. Friendfish, red, they don't know where the Friendfish is, but they do see the Junker, so they're moving in, assuming that the moving towards the Team Rocket will be moving away from where the Goldfish is. And now here we go, Friendfish coming in from behind Team Rocket. Balloon is low, but they haven't taken any real damage, and it seems like first target for the Friendfish. Minotaur, those huge upward gunner stamina arcs, able to hit the Minotaur. Tar comes out from the Team Rocket. Wind Troll just sails through it, but Friendfish is there to pick them up with a great Hwacha connection. While the Confused Moth tries to keep the Manticore disabled. Manticore goes down on the Friendfish. Team Rocket, Gatling hitting the Wind Troll. Wind Troll's armor's getting low. Team Rocket's balloon is down to light carronade. They're popping Tar, trying to make it difficult for the Pyramidion to catch them, but they hit the terrain, bounce back. They are in line. Wind Troll, if they can keep their engines up, I'm taking a look here, they do have engines. They could go for the ram, but they choose not to. Instead, trying to navigate, I don't know, they're afraid to go through the Tar. They're reversing back out of it instead. So what potentially could have been another kill for Team Red, instead playing it safe and giving Team Rocket the opportunity to recover. Although the balloon does go down again. And Team Rocket's just going to skate away. Use that Tar. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Now, in the meantime, Confused Moth having a lot of difficulty dealing with the Hwacha of the Friendfish. Team Rocket's down. Team Rocket's dead. Light Carronade, the Banshee Artemis explosive, finishes them off. And now Confused Friendfish has to disengage. Minotaur shots making it a little bit more difficult, but they're going to be able to get away. No way Red will be able to catch up with this blue ship. And because Legio Lepidoptera is on match point, Goldfish cannot afford to get killed. If the Goldfish goes down, red team wins. And I think that's maybe why you see Triple L pursuing them so aggressively. And you see engines getting picked away by the Artemis. A little bit of permanent damage as well. Triple L, they want this kill. They're pushing hard. Goldfish, I think they're going to be able to get away here. Armor's going to go down. This is going to be a tight squeeze. Armor is down. Does any explosive connect? No, Armor gets back up, and I think Goldfish finally is in safety. Although the Wind Troll still chasing them. Friendfish has to get those engines up pronto, so they can get behind the cover of their ally, Team Rocket, who has engaged Confused Moth and has forced them away. Confused Moth forced to disengage as well. Wind Troll, I don't think probably did not want to actually chase the Friendfish. As soon as they saw Team Rocket, they could have just let the Friendfish go and then dual team the Blue Junker, because it was very unlikely that the Pyramidion was going to be able to catch up with the Goldfish. And now Wind Troll doubling back at the wrong time. Friendfish ready to ambush them. Team Rocket switching focus, leaving the Confused Moth. We're going to have a dual focus from FCD. And if they can get the kill on this Pyramidion, this will put Fancy Cloud Dancers on match point. Team Rocket's ducking down. They're popping the tar so the Confused Moth cannot pass through. Wind Troll is the target. 2 Gatlings hitting their armor. It goes down. 2 engines. They're trying to moonshine away, but they don't have very much mobility. Artemis shot, I think 1 Artemis shot hit the Wind Troll, but they rebuild armor quickly. Friendfish, oh no, Friendfish goes for the Confused Moth, and Minotaur is able to finish them off. I think that would have worked better if Friendfish had just stayed low and dual team the Pyramidion with their ally, get that kill as fast as they can. Because by rising back up, all they do is expose themselves to the Minotaur of the Confused Moth, and with the Friendfish being at such a low health value, that was too big of a risk. And as a result, Triple L are your Sunday Community Skirmish number 222 champions.